has anyone ever won it coming back from obscurity?
Just being the backup? Yeah, I don't know.
Like
He's
a guy who came into the league,
what,
he came into the league as a second-round draft choice. Remember, he was very upset. He was not in the green room. He stayed in a hotel room across the street, I think, for the second day in New York City. And I think he was across from Radio City. I remember, if memory serves, he was not happy about being left on the board and showed up on night 2. We had a shot of him on NFL Network. This just, my memory serves, of him walking into Radio City Music Hall.
Also, too,
amongst all the crazies outside.
Wasn't he crazy suited up for night 1?
And then he had like a sweater.
And then he had like a sweater over
day 2. Yeah. So you're yes, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you're drafted into New York, after the franchise was done, and so you're supposed to then at least take everybody to the AFC Championship game, and twice. That was the ceiling. Well, that was the floor. That was the floor. And Rex was there. Rex was, man, I remember one time that a timeout wasn't called because Rex was too busy talking to the defense once. That's the Geno Smith Jets, and we all know what happened with IK and Impali, his teammate, broke his jaw. Ryan Fitzpatrick got the gig.
Yep. And people forget, man, Geno was a baller at West Virginia.
He was.
Big time numbers, man. Heisman candidate, he was awesome.
So yeah, he's coming back from all of that. Yeah. He's coming back from being a Jet.
Basically just not
for
playing.
Rex Ryan.
But he basically
the back
just
end
hasn't
of Rex
played
Ryan's
in 4
tenure.
years. It's been forever since he's played meaningful games.
Yeah, I have no issue with that pick, Geno.
Who else would there be, right? I mean, who else is performing who was seriously hurt last year and is coming back? I think it could be Geno. And we had Geno Smith on before week 1. We had him on before he stepped on the field against Russ on Monday Night Football. Yep. And don't forget, he got the gig during the summer. Some thought is because Drew Lock got COVID just when the two of them were going to start and share time in a preseason game.
That's right.
And then Pete came out and said Drew can't catch up. It's Geno's job. And we're all like, really?
And that's why I was like, look, they're on the clock for number 1 pick.
And so Geno Smith, we've got the soundbite. This is a fascinating soundbite of how he approached that Monday night opener and the opportunity that he was afforded with Russ going to Denver and Pete choosing him.
Life's so big, we think about, you're talking about football here, and I've been, lucky enough to play this game, for a majority of my life. But I also have great perspective, and life is so much bigger than just one opportunity in one season. It's my 10th season, and I've had other opportunities also. So, coaches have always believed in me, and I've always believed in myself. And, this is just my 10th year, and, I see myself playing for a long time because it's not about myself. I'm never going to make it about myself. This isn't a redemption story or something like that. I've been living good for a long time. And, for me, like I said, it's just about going out there and executing, doing my job, doing what's supposed to be done, taking care of the football, leading us to points.
On the 7th of September, this is not a redemption story. October 6th, he's 2-2. Like everybody else in that division.
And better stats than 20 other starters.
Including Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
Let's look at Seattle's schedule real quick if we can. They're at New Orleans this week.
Why can't they win that game?
Home for Arizona. That's the last Arizona game without DeAndre Hopkins. Good time to get Arizona. They come down here to take on the Chargers before they're home against the Giants at Arizona. And then a big-time game in Munich against Tampa before a bye week. Why can't they be going into that Munich game above 500 or in the mix in the division? Rashad Penny running the way that he's running.
Exactly. From what we've seen out of them in the first 4 weeks, there's no reason to think they can't be.
Right?
They're in the mix.
Pete Carroll, man. I told you. Am I ready? Am I ready to to collect on that? You know, where I'm like, I told you they're always better than you think.